Is the voice of Johnson County, JoCo Community Radio. From Burleson to Venus and Grandview to Godley, this is the voice of Johnson County, JoCo Community Radio.
Hey travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1820. 855-325-1820. That's 855-325-1820.
Have you ever met a single person in your life that enjoys paying taxes? No, no one does. If you can't sleep at night because you have a huge problem with the IRS, I've got some free advice for you. This service is strictly limited to individuals that owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes. And if you qualify, we can guarantee that you won't be writing a big fat check to the IRS, or our services cost you nothing. The first 100 people that call today will get a free tax consultation worth $500. Stop worrying about your IRS problem. We can help you, we promise. Call the tax doctor right now. I mean right now, to learn more.
800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. That's 800-240-4587.
Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395.
Why have thousands of aspiring authors teamed up with Christian Faith Publishing to publish their book? Because Christian Faith Publishing is an author-friendly publisher who understands that your labor is more than just a book. We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process, professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the publishing industry. And as always, you will retain 100% of the rights to your book.
I was looking to find a company that I could trust, one that assisted in the editing process completely.
The most important qualities that I was looking for was a publisher who was honest and upfront, no hidden costs or fees, and owning the rights to my own work.
Christian Faith Publishing will publish, market, and sell your books in all major bookstores, online booksellers, as well as specialty Christian bookstores. Call for your free author submission kit.
800-978-4812. 800-978-4812. 800-978-4812. That's 800-978-4812.
Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395.
You're listening to JoCo Community Radio.
Welcome everybody to the Jobfather Show.
You got it.
I'm Mez. Obviously, I'm not Dana. Welcome everybody. But before we get started, we are proudly sponsored by JoCo Community Radio, the voice of Johnson County. You can listen to this show and more 365 on the English, wonderful language. Sorry, guys. On the Tuned In Joco Radio Network. Download the app for free on an Android or iOS device. And don't forget to check out the other shows. Hey, there's Abby.
Oh, there's
Found
a lot of
her.
shows. There she is. There's a lot of
Yeah,
shows on Joco. You guys, you need to check out.
there
This
is.
is a community radio station. So we got real shows on here. And I'm excited to say that we're growing, Maz.
We
We
are.
serve Johnson County, but soon, probably beginning of the year, we're going to be serving all of Tarrant County. We already do it anyway, but
Right.
we're going to have the Tarrant County community radio as well. So, yay for us.
Go us.
Yeah. So, welcome, guys. And Ms. Dana is in North Kakalaki. Y'all know what North
Mm-hmm.
Kakalaki is? North Carolina. She is out there. It's Christmas time and she's with family and they're having a good time. And
Good,
she
good.
said hey to everybody and Merry Christmas to everybody. And
Right.
me and Maz say Merry Christmas, Job Seeker Network. And all around, well, I can't say all around the U.S., we've got people listening to us in other countries. So,
Yes.
uh, Merry Christmas to everybody. This is what we do during this time of year. And for Maz and Dana and I, we celebrate Christmas probably all year long.
Oh, I listen to Christmas music all year. I
Uh
drive
huh.
my friends crazy.
Uh huh. Absolutely. And who's with us? I see Jody with us. Jeff
Hmm.
Little, my best buddy, is with us.
Hey, Jeff.
Gene, Gene Clay, my main man, 50 grand
Shout
is
out to
with
my
us. Yeah.
fiance too. You saw
Oh yeah,
Derek. He's here.
Derek's in there. Well, absolutely, absolutely. Rex, we don't see you, but I know you're there because you just texted me. So Rex,
Rex.
chime in. What me and Abby and Maz are going to talk about today. We're going to have a good time talking about things that
Hmm.
we see job seekers doing that probably ought not to be doing. You probably don't want to be doing that. So we're going to be talking about that today. We're going to have fun and just have a conversation today. We got Abby for the whole show. Uh, we were going to have Ken Belton, but his family's coming in. There were some changes in his schedule, so we'll have him later on. So I'm excited. And Mez, I guess what I should do now is get us started with my dad joke, I guess, huh?
Absolutely. Do you want to pray first? Pray over everybody?
Oh, now that is what. I'm
We
glad I
almost
got
forgot.
you.
Yeah.
You guys got to keep me in line. I get going. I start thinking about the show. I'm a nerd. I start
Girl.
thinking about the show. Exactly. Father God, here we are, and we're at the end of the year. We're celebrating your birthday, and Father, all of us, we don't know where we're going next. We don't know what you have planned for us. We think we know a little bit about what it might be about, but we don't really know. We haven't done a good job of planning our lives. We plan and you laugh. So we're asking that you continue to guide us along the way that you have. And we appreciate you. We love you and happy birthday, Lord. And
Amen.
this we pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
All right. My dad joke. I think I told Abby that I'm starting to show off with dad jokes, and then we'll have another dad joke at the end of the first commercial. Okay, so guys, what do you call a bunch of chess players bragging about their games in a hotel lobby?
Chess
Think
players.
think real good.
I have no clue.
This is so perfect for
No idea.
it's lame and it is so perfect for this time of year. Chestnuts boasting in an open foyer.
Oh my. Go stand in the corner and just think about what you just said.
Foster's the only one that laughs
Oh
at that.
no.
I'm a dad. I laugh.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Good
That's
time.
good.
That was pretty funny,
That's
wasn't it?
good.
I see y'all laughing. I see like and see Derek's with me. Derek's my main man. He's right there laughing with me. Hey, it's a dad thing, man. So you guys see that lady down there? She was with us not too long ago, and I like us to be able to see and hear from Abby. That is absolutely Abby right there. Absolutely. And Abby is Abby's a recruiter, a talent acquisition executive like I am. And we
Mhm.
oversee job searching. We have had a calling in our lives to try to help you guys understand what you got to do to find that right career opportunity. And, Abby's written books. She's been on national TV, and well, I have too, but Abby's been there more than me. And you know what? We're going to talk today. I want Abby to explain to us. We have each month, Abby has a career wake up call, and I want us to talk a little bit about that. And we're going to get a little bit of what we talk about on the career wake up call. We're going to talk about today. So, introducing Abby. Guys, connect with Kohut is her last name, Abby Kohut. Her first name is not absolutely, and her last name is not Abby. So, Abby, tell us a little bit about you and tell us a little bit about the wake up call, all that stuff that we have fun with.
Sure. Can you all hear me?
Got you
Mhm.
wonderful.
Perfect. So, I have been a corporate recruiter for 27
Oh,
years. OMG,
oh
Foster.
my God.
Yeah.
That's a lot of years. Um,
That is.
and so, yeah, it's a long time. And during that time, the legal department tells you you can't tell people why they're not getting the job. Just tell them you found a better candidate. You just tell them stuff like that. And I just don't like doing that. And so in 2009, I thought it might be fun to go out and find 1 million job seekers to help them and to give them tips about do's and don'ts. Little tips, little, do's and don'ts tips. And I did that in New Jersey first, which
Hmm.
is where I was living. And then I drove around the country, and that's where I met Foster and all these wonderful, wonderful Dallas people. And
Fort Worth's
and I
in there
would
too.
stand up and do presentations. What'd you say?
I said, "Oh, Fort Worth's in there too. We don't want to forget our folks in Fort Worth."
Mm.
So yeah, and so I did that, and then I came back and got back into recruiting, and that's what I do today. So I work in human resources, and as absolutely Abby, I can tell you anything you want to know, which is what we're going to do today.
Hmm.
But if you happen to interview with me at a company and you don't get the job, I can't tell you why. See?
Yeah,
So I'm kind of
it's
like
true.
two personalities, like Hannah Montana,
Hmm.
a little bit like that.
And when you guys think about it, really, really close, you really don't want myself or Abby or any other recruiters to get into why you weren't hired for a job because you know how y'all are. So we ain't gonna do it. Sorry.
Yep. So, and then you want me to talk about my career wake up call?
Yeah, let's talk about the crew. I have so much
All
fun
right.
on that. I love that.
So that is fun, fun, fun.
Hmm.
So we started doing those back in 2009, and it was like career wake up call number 1, number 2, number 3, and we just kept doing them over the years. And then when COVID hit, we were doing them once a week because we were trying to help more people. And then all of a sudden, everybody was getting jobs. So I moved back into recruiting again. And I was out of work, by the way, during COVID, like all of you, or many of you. And so so now we're up to career wake up call number 112. Again,
112.
OMG.
Yeah.
And so now we're doing them on video. We used to do them as just a big teleconference. So it's video, and we have little squares just like we have right now.
Oh yeah.
And we sometimes have a guest or two or not. And Foster's always there if I want to ask him a question. And I answer all the questions from job seekers. And this time I came up with a top 10 don't list. And because people were starting to bug me, Foster, people were doing these don'ts. And you can't do the don'ts and get a job. You got to do the do's,
Yeah. You guys
not
got
the
to
don't.
understand why the don'ts are sometimes.
Yeah. So I just have to tell you one thing that happened because I forgot to tell everybody on the career wake up call. There was a woman that gave us the excuse of I can't go on the interview because my cat ate my ribbon.
I'm sorry, what?
Exactly.
Yeah. My cat ate
Like
my ribbon.
My goldfish drowned. Like, what?
Something like that. And she went to the vet and blah, blah, blah. But I'm just saying, do not give the excuse, my cat ate my ribbon. So write that down, everybody. No, cat ate ribbon. No. No.
Serving people, you get all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
That's a new one for me.
That's good, isn't
Yep.
it, Miz?
Oh my God.
You like that one?
I do.
I thought you liked that one.
Yeah.
That's a mind blower. That you'll spend hours and hours trying to figure that one out, and you will not get to the conclusion.
Derek said noted.
Noted, right. I'm glad I could help you out, Derek.
Oh, Lord, give me strength. Okay, so are we going to go through this lovely top 10 list?
Well, yeah, and I thought of one if Abby lets me. Abby's a whole lot smarter than me. I just kind of, wherever Abby goes, I just kind of follow around behind her. But Abby is my sister from another mister. And so,
That's right.
guys, there's something that you guys are going to get tired of me hearing this, but it's a got to be. Guys, we got to stop. Now, Zoom is part of what we do now. Actually, I mean, Zoom's been around long before the pandemic, believe it or not, guys. Jane got me involved in Zoom probably 2 or 3 years before the pandemic ever even hit, Abby. And Zoom is wonderful, I think. And you know what? But guys, if we're gonna network, did I say network, man?
You did. You said network.
Okay.
You said it.
If we're going to network, we're networking for a reason. And you guys know the dynamics. I don't have to explain to you dynamics of networking. Guys, why are you going to get on a screen and not have your full name and use your camera on there so somebody know what you look like? Now, we got recruiters. Abby and I have recruiter buddies all over the place. I'm going to ask probably the second half of the show. I'm going to ask Abby to tell us about a recruiting symphony or what a staffing symphony. And guys, it's important. It's very important when you're networking that somebody sees your face. Now I mean, I don't have to explain to you guys why you need to have your whole name on the bottom of your little LinkedIn or your Zoom screen. But everybody doesn't understand, Foster. Why are you always harping on everybody to have their camera on? Because I want to know what you look like. And you know what? I'm not the only one. What if Abby has a job that she wants to talk to you about, and you talked about something, and she can't see your picture when she goes and she finds Jane Smith on LinkedIn?
Right.
She don't know what you look like. She doesn't know what Jane Smith it is. Come on now, y'all. We got to use our.
Come on now, y'all.
Come on, son. So, thanks. So, anyway, Abby, I'm sorry I jumped out ahead, but I just had to throw that out there.
No, that's one of them. I don't think we had that on the list.
Yeah,
so that's good.
That's my little thing I like to harp on. Jody Hudson, you've
Yeah,
heard me say that before.
All the other ones on the list are things I like to harp on.
Let's harp.
All right. Do you have the list in front of you? Oh, so we have to go from memory, you're telling me.
Well, we'll go from memory. You and I have
All right,
covered
I'll start
a great
off.
number of those things, but we want
I have
to talk
two.
about why. So it'll be good.
Yeah, I remember two of them. So, y'all, I want you to please send me a thank you letter if I interview you. Just do it. Now, I don't sit in an office, so I tell everybody I live in Fort Myers and I'm a virtual employee. So you can't send me a physical thank you letter like you used to. But then that's good because you don't have to find an envelope, go to the post office, find a stamp. Like, you don't have to do any of that. So, good. Just email it. Email a thank you letter to me, please. And because it shows that you're interested in the job, number one. Number two, it shows that you can write a letter. So we're talking about grammar and spelling in there. And creativity. You might put in there something like, you asked me this question and I forgot this one thing and I wanted to mention it to you. So you can answer questions from your interview in your thank you letter that you forgot or that you didn't do as well. You could say, in the interview, I said this, but what I really meant was this. Right? Because after the interview, we all think, all of us, including me, we always think, well, I totally forgot
Yep.
to say this. And so that's one way to do it. So send thank you letters to everybody that you interview with. And in fact, you should change them around depending on who you're sending them to. It doesn't have to be, 3 pages. So it's a 1-page note. It's maybe 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph is the basic paragraph. The last paragraph is the basic paragraph. The middle is where you change it based on the person you interviewed with. So you got to write down some notes when you're interviewing with people so you know what to put in the thank you note. And I have hiring managers that will tell me, I didn't get a thank you note from this person, so I don't think they're interested. And that's when I always
Yeah.
say,
Yeah. I've
no,
heard that.
they
Yeah.
just forget, or they don't know that they need to do that. No one told them they had to do that. I do a lot of eye rolling because I know it's not because you're not interested in the job, usually. But it's lazy. It shows that you're lazy. Don't be lazy, y'all.
You said y'all. That's good.
I said y'all.
Guys, I have been trying. I don't have to do it anymore, but I have been trying to teach Abby the proper use of y'all for many
Mhm.
years now, and she's as good
Mhm.
as I am now. But you guys can tell I'm from Texas and she's not, so that's why I have been doing this sort of thing, and I love it. Bubba, you hear that? And you guys see Jeff Little up there. Jeff Little is my brother in life. I mean, straight up. Abby's my sister, but Jeff is my brother. His mom was my mom. She called me son. And Jeff is a recruiter as well, and he's talked about this. He and I have talked about this multiplicity of times. It's just important, guys. It sets you apart. It shows that you did your homework. You're really interested in the job, and you know what? We will take it, and hiring managers as well will take it as though, hey, I like this person. This person really wanted to connect with me and took the time to do a common courtesy and thank me for my time and that sort of thing. It'll go a lot further than you guys think it will. Now, I want to tell people, Abby, have you ever used Loom and done a video thank you?
I have not, but I know others that have, and that would be but not only have I not, but I've never received one.
Mm-hmm. You know, I
I'm like,
no
I'd be
idea to tell
so
you what.
impressed with that.
That
Yeah.
is uber impressive. Now, I know, guys, and a lot of you guys are thinking, Foster, everybody's firewalls won't let it through. But one thing that I like about Loom is it'll tell you if a thing doesn't go through. Uh, and here it is, guys. Go check out a company called Loom. It allows you to make a video of yourself that real quickly that you'll be able to share via email with a hiring manager or whoever. You can have fun with it and send it to your long lost aunt like I did. And it is called Loom. Thanks, Maz. Yes, Loom. That's simple, guys. Check them out. But it's something that you want to think about. And guys, even especially in the video that you're going to make, keep it succinct. Don't go on and on and on. We all know that people have got so much technology now. We don't have a mindset of an ant. And so, hey, you know, be concise with that as you would if you were sending a written one. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's all I have to say about this. I've got another one, Abby. Guys,
You got another one?
yes.
All right.
Y'all don't push that little button. I want to connect with Abby. You guys don't just push the button. Let Abby and Foster, Maz, whoever it is that you're going to connect with on LinkedIn, let them know why you want to connect with them. Let them know, Foster,
Yep.
I heard you on the Jobfather, Job Seeker Network Radio. Foster, I heard you speak at the C group in in New York. I heard you, or a friend of mine told me I ought to connect with you, and that friend's name is. Guys, let us know something. I think it adds value. There's so many tools, there's so many online tools out there, and we want to utilize it to the utmost what they're for. And we don't want to just
Mhm.
push the button, because if I get an email address, if I get an invite from someone on LinkedIn and they do not explain to me where it is that they're coming from, I may or may not connect with you. I want to know something. So anyway, that's what I thought I'd throw out there, Abby.
So I totally agree with that. Um, because I don't know, Foster, about you, but I'm almost at the limit of LinkedIn
Yep, that's
connections.
another
And I'm
reason.
not saying that to brag. I'm just because I'm a recruiter and I can only do my job if I know a lot of people.
Mhm.
So at the beginning, I was saying yes, yes, yes. I didn't care. It didn't matter because I just needed a very big network to be a really good recruiter. So that's why I have so many people, but I think I only have 1,000 left to say yes to. So that's why I'm not saying yes to everybody
Uh-huh.
anymore. Yeah.
That's right. There's a lot of things to think about with LinkedIn, guys. I want you guys also, if you are in a certain industry, I want you guys to go. Now, this is not a don't do, this is a do. I did put on the meeting notice that we're going to be doing do's and don'ts today. So I'm going to throw a do at you guys. Go out and do your homework when you're in job search. I'm interested in this company. Go out and find someone in that company that might work in the department that you are wanting to, that you're interested in, that your background leads you to. Connect with that person. Of course, let them know I saw you on LinkedIn and I saw a article that you posted. I saw a podcast that you were on or something like that, explaining to the people why you want to connect with them. And if you show interest in something that Abby is interested in, hey, Abby is going to remember you, probably. I would say
Mm-hmm.
99% of the time. And then Jeff, my best buddy on there, Jeff Little, was saying a while ago, guys, hey, you never know when you're going to cross the paths of some people. So let people know why. Even if you're sending even if you don't get the job, if you're not interested in the job after you interview with them, send them a thank you note anyway for their time.
Right.
Let,
That's a good idea.
let them know why you want to connect with them. These are two different issues, but I think communication is key.
Oh, I'm back.
Oh,
Hey, you see
There's
me?
Liz.
hey.
Sorry, internet issues. I paid my bill. Don't judge me. I did pay it. I have proof. But yeah,
Derek
no, I've
help
been
her
listening
pay
to
her
you.
bills,
He would kill me if I didn't pay the bills. But no, you have some good points. But I have a don't. I don't think we have enough time to go through it right now, or I can start it and then we can continue it in the second half.
Yeah, we can talk about it in the second half, yeah.
Oh. All right, so go ahead and do it. Well, I'm not
Yeah, go ahead
all
and
there
do it.
today.
We're a job
Not all
seeker
there,
one
people.
time.
Well, a don't for me specifically is I don't want a job seeker to come up to me and say, I need a job. Okay. And I don't use hate very often, but I cannot stand, let's do that, when a job seeker comes up to me and goes, I don't know what I want to do. I can do it all. Okay, you're not
Oh,
giving
yeah.
me any
Oh,
direction, nothing.
don't.
Oh, don't do that. Like, have a location. I always tell people that don't know what they want, start with a location. Do you want to stay where you're at physically? Do you mind traveling? Do you want to relocate? Do you want a remote job? Do you want a partially remote job? Start there. And then think
Mhm.
about what you want to do with your time. Do you want to have a part-time job? Do you want to be an entrepreneur? Do you want to put in all your time and energy into crocheting? I don't know. But start somewhere. And then you go to companies, pick out your company. Then you go from there. You have to start somewhere. So don't come up to us, no offense, We still love you, but don't come up to us and asking or saying, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't have a target company. That's not going to help us help you. That was my rant. That was my rant for a moment.
That's a good rant. That's a good rant. Meg, Meg's guys is a biochemical engineer. She showed up at an HR meeting, and everybody's like, "Oh my goodness, she's a biomedical. She's a smart person." And hey, look at there. And Mez said, "You know what, guys? Yes, I'm a biomedical engineer. I'm a smart person. I'm from Rhode Island and all that stuff. Hey, there is my niece. I love it." And you know what? And she explained to us guys, you guys are in HR. When you get a job, you're probably going to be the people that are going to be making a decision as to who's hired and who's not. I want to network with you guys. I think it makes sense for you guys, for us, for me, the biomedical engineer, to network with people in HR. And it totally made sense. And she was in. They
didn't kick me out, so yay!
Didn't kick you out.
Nope.
Okay, I hear music. It's time to go.
Right,
We're going to come back with more admin,
with more dad jokes.
More fun. Yeah, lame dad jokes.
Here's important new information from the Diabetes Solution Center for you, a family member, or a loved one suffering with diabetes. If you have lost your provider, or if you need a provider for diabetic supplies, you may qualify to receive your diabetic testing supplies now with little or no out-of-pocket cost, regardless of your age. All you need is Medicare or private insurance to be potentially eligible. Call the Diabetes Solution Center right now for details. Just takes a couple of minutes. Our friendly, knowledgeable agents will give you free, no-obligation information, handle all the insurance paperwork, and make sure your supplies are delivered directly to your door for free.
Call U.S. Medical Supply 24 hours a day. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. Call right now. 800-597-9323.
Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395.
Joco Community Radio. Listen live at tunein.com.
Back, everybody.
We are back. Look at
Hope
that.
you guys are doing. We win. We are back for the second half with Abby and myself and Foster. Yay. Thank you for sticking with us. We are proud to be sponsored by Joco Community Radio. If you want to get your Jobfather fixed, go to tuneinjoco.com. I can't speak English today. I am sorry. And or download the app on your Android or iOS device. Thank you, Miss Tiff. Shout out to our host, Tiff. Thank you so much. I do know English, I promise.
You're doing just fine. I like this show because it's real. This show is This show is not scripted. No. If it's scripted, I'm not going to be on there because I want to tell lame jokes. I want to be lame Foster because I guarantee you my daughter Hannah is out there watching me going, oh my God, my dad should not be out there like that.
We love it.
So,
Love it, love it.
dad joke number 2 for the second half of the show. So,
Ready.
guys, and I want to qualify this one a little bit because a lot of you guys out there are baby boomers like me. Gen Xers probably will get this as well. But folks in McGregor, Texas, that's where I'm from. Y'all know what I'm talking about. In my mom's class. So check this out. What do you guys think Frosty's his favorite time of school was?
Favorite time of like time of day?
Day, night, whenever you went to school. I went to school in the daytime.
Hmm.
And it wasn't when we had to
Frosty?
crawl under those desks because we were afraid that the Russians were going to bomb us.
Yep,
You remember, you
totally.
remember that, Ed?
Absolutely remember that. Yep.
What was
Wow.
Frosty's favorite time of
Favorite,
school?
favorite time of school?
Hmm.
No idea.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Snow and tell.
Oh wow,
Oh, come on.
that was corny. That was bad. We
Well,
apologize up front.
this is dad joke time. You know, I can't. Some of them will be funny, but you know, some
That was good. That was a good one.
Jeff's
Well,
gonna make me pay for that one. I can hear that.
I like the first one better,
Yeah, the first one was good.
well, welcome
but I like the
back.
second one. I'm not a dad, but I like dad jokes a lot.
Gen
I
Xers and
love
baby boomers were in on that. So hey, I know there's a lot of people out there that remember that. So I figured I could throw
Mhm.
that out there.
absolutely.
Mhm.
Okay, guys, I'm going to tell you we were discussing what was the last thing we were discussing a not to do. Maz, you brought it up. What was it?
It was don't come up to don't network without having at least a direction of what you want.
Yes.
Some
Right.
Guys,
sometimes
we
you get
network.
yeah.
We all know that you guys are there networking for a job. That's the way the thing was set up. But don't you think that you ought to share with Abby? You met Abby and you're impressed with Abby because everybody is. And you know what? Don't you think if you're looking for a job, you ought to know what to tell Abby to help you look for?
Right.
I'm just, I'm
Yeah, like I'm just gonna give you an example because that really, Mez, that's a really good point. So just think of this. A is you go up to someone and say, I need a job. I don't care what it is. And B is I need a job. I live in Texas. I want to work in the aerospace industry and I'm really good at building planes. So I'd like a job building planes in Dallas. Right?
Boom. That's it. I mean, it's
And so then I have like I go through my little brain and I say, who do I know in Texas that builds planes? Or who do I know in the aerospace industry? Or better yet, I need a job. I want to work for Microsoft in Seattle. I don't even care. I want to work for Microsoft. Do you know anybody that works for Microsoft? Oh, well, then I go right to LinkedIn and I look to see who I know. I mean, it's so much. You have to help us help you,
exactly.
basically.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, zero
Great.
in
That's
on
a
it.
great don't.
I hear Gizmo behind you. I think Gizmo is heard enough of this. Gizmo could probably network.
Yeah.
Guys, Gizmo is a parakeet parrot. What is Gizmo?
Parrot.
Gizmo is a parrot and Gizmo talks. We love it.
He's talking.
He's talking.
Sorry that you have to hear him.
No, we want to hear Gizmo. This show is real. We don't want to hide nothing on this show. So, guys, what Abby is saying is, no worry. Tell me something I can dig down into. Give me something that I can chew on and get a decent taste out of. What are you talking about, Foster? Well, if you're a project manager, what kind of companies did you work for? What did you manage? What kind of projects did you do? These are the things.
Exactly.
Now, Abby and I are recruiters, and who you think we're going to talk to? We're going to talk to project management groups. We're going to talk to you guys. Need to make sure that you zero in and tell us what it is that you have been doing. Now, if you don't want to do what you've been doing, that's okay. because a lot of people want to transfer out of a skill set, but we got to sit down and we got to have a conversation. We got to talk about those transferable skills. That is going to be a conversation, and even with that, you guys got to know how to approach that with an Abby or a Foster or a Mez or whoever it is that you're talking to.
Mhm.
How are we going to help you if we don't know if we're doing like this? Well, I don't know.
And I've been there, Foster. You know that. I
Yeah,
was
I know
oil
you.
and gas 10 years. And then I got re-overeducated and got all my certifications I needed to be an IT project manager.
Yeah,
And that's what I'm doing now.
that's what you're doing right now. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Okay, Abby, I got another one. You know I'm loaded with
All
these
right.
things because I talk to 500,000 people a week. It seems like I don't talk to 500,000 people a week, but I talk to maybe quarter of a million people. No, I'm kidding. But guys, here's what I see a lot of job seekers doing. I know the pressure of not having a job. There was a time before that I have been a job seeker. I work in the United States. You think I hadn't been laid off? Come on, son. And so the one thing that I did not bother to do, and especially probably because I'm a recruiter, was to go and do all of these applications for all of these jobs that I thought I could do. I have so many people that tell me, "Oh, Foster, I can do that job." When you tell me that, I know that the job search is not about you guys. It's
Mhm.
about what the companies need to hire. So there's a lot of
True.
people that say throw resumes everywhere. I am not one of those people. There are experts that will tell you guys, "Oh, get your resume out there. Get in it." No, 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 no. You're just jamming up applicant tracking systems, guys. We need to be a decent fit, and a somewhat decent fit would probably be around a 65 to 70 percentile. If you're asking Foster, why should I call and talk to you? You're applying, you're a senior vice president, you're a senior vice president of marketing. Why are you applying for an IT programming job? Now, I know you've been around it, you've seen it before, you know how to spell it, but do you think that I am going to hire you or want to talk to you about an IT programming job when you've been a marketing person?
Well, worse yet, why, if you've been a SVP of marketing, are you applying for a marketing assistant job? And the thing is, you could be wanting to do that, but you have to tell us why, and that gets into my don't not write cover letters. Or how about do please send cover letters? Because in the cover letter, that's where you're going to explain why on earth you would want to go take 3 steps back to a marketing assistant position. And sometimes people do. And I've actually interviewed, like lately, I've been interviewing people that were vice presidents and we put them in senior director jobs. And they've convinced me that they're okay with that.
Mhm,
And that's a
mhm,
step back.
mhm.
It's 1 or 2 steps back, but they've convinced me and the company that I'm working for that that they're really interested. But that goes in the cover letter.
Does. Guys, if you're a senior executive and all of a sudden you've been working 35 or 40 years and you want to have a simplified life, you don't want to you may not want to go into a company and be the CIO or the CFO
The
or
top
yeah,
dog.
the
Yeah.
top dog with all that responsibility.
Mhm.
It's going to take time. And
Mhm.
we want to simplify our lives and we want to function just like everybody else for once and not be responsible for everything.
Right.
Sometimes, guys, sometimes, not all the time, sometimes you can convince Abby and I of that. Now, Abby and I have been recruiting long enough that we know how important it is to build a relationship with the hiring managers. And we're going to go and we're going to talk to those. Oh, say it, Maz.
Creepy stare relationship.
Relationship. That's my word. That's it. Barbecue's a pretty good one, but relationship works a lot better in job search. But guys, Abby and I have been those. Abby's that person now. She will explain to that hiring manager why you need to talk with Mez. I met this Mez. I talked with Mez. I know this is what you're looking for. A lot of times, because of the remote nature, sometimes we don't go and sit in the office with the hiring manager, but we spend time with them and say, hey, I have been recruiting for a number of years and I don't want to waste my time and I don't want to waste your time. I'm more interested in not wasting my time than your time, to be honest with you. So you tell me what you're hiring. Tell me what you want to hire. I want to know intangibles and the tangibles we've got on a piece of paper. But I want to know the intangibles of what you're trying to hire, because when I talk to this Mez Maserati lady, that's Mez's that's her Facebook. Anyway, when I talk to Maz, I want to know what to tell her. I want to be able to glean from her what I know you're looking for. Now, that's the type of recruiters that Abby and I are. Not all are. Some guys, you have to delineate who you're talking to. Some recruiters are just coming to you off a piece of paper, and you can tell who those people are. You ask certain questions that involve intangibles, and they can't answer them. It's just right outside of their box.
Right.
So, guys, stop applying for all of these positions that you know people don't want to talk to you about that position. Oh, I can do that. They don't want you to do that. They want you to be an expert. They're looking to hire somebody that has years of experience doing that very thing.
Derek brought up a
Correct.
good point. Don't be unrealistic or fake in describing your strengths and weaknesses.
Ah,
That's very well said, because that's exactly it. It's like, I can do this, but should I be doing this?
right. When you're trying to explain to me and Abby about why you're interested in this sort of thing, when you start looking at the floor, you start looking at the ceiling, and you're not keeping that eye contact with Abby and I kind of feel like, hey, I think you might be trying to tell me what you think I want to hear rather than what's really going on. You guys, you can tell I've known Abby a number of years, and me and Abby have had a lot of conversations.
I suck at
We
eye
actually
contact too.
think the same way.
If I'm staring you down, I'm about to get in a fight. Like, I don't like eye contact. Like, it's just,
You don't want
I'm
nobody.
so
You don't want me
awkward.
explaining to you. You're a smart person. I know you're smart. You're smarter than your average person, and you don't want me looking at the floor. You want me to tell
Nah.
you what I know. You don't want me looking at the ceiling and the floor. I'm talking to Maz. Oh boy, I'd shut everybody up on that one.
I was gonna say, I keep talking over Abby. I feel like I keep cutting her off. Go ahead, Abby.
I have no idea what I'm saying. It's a Friday.
It's like
It's
a
Friday.
Friday. This is like a Christmas Eve Friday, because I have.
It is like that.
I have work off right now.
So today is Christmas Eve. Eve, is it?
It's Christmas Eve is technically on Sunday, but
That
we
you
get
have this on.
this off, and then Monday. Yeah.
Yes, and guys, this has got nothing to do with job. Well, it might have something to do with job search, because here in Dallas Fort Worth, we're in the Bible Belt, and there are a number of companies that are faith-based companies here. Now, guys, Christmas is about Jesus Christ. It's not about all these presents and all this commercial stuff that we made it. Foster said it. Get mad at me. Shoot ugly emails. I don't care. I'm not gonna get mad at you if you don't agree with me. Christmas, Christ. I only know one Christ. Okay, I'm gonna shut up about that.
No, I'm with you. It's about Jesus. He came here for us, and it's our time of year to recognize that.
It took us, I say us, I was helping a good friend of mine, a CHRO friend of mine was looking for a director of HR to help him build an HR department for a faith-based company, a big one, guys, international faith-based company that was that's right here in Dallas, and we have a number of those. We have a center over there called the Hope Center over in Frisk Plano that has loads. You guys would be surprised what's over there. Faith-based companies, and it's important, guys, that that element be a part. But when these people interview you, they don't want to hear, "Oh, I read this in the Bible, and my knowledge of the Bible is so good." They want to talk to you, Brett. I'm talking about you. Brett interviews people and says, "Hey, how did this one go? What was the significance of you doing that kind of thing?" Something to think about, guys. Something to think about. And that brings up another point. Man, I'm good with these. This
Go
is
for
what I
it.
see all day long. When we are interviewing, guys, We do not want to hear about all of your whole career. We want to talk about,
Oh
hey,
God,
tell me a
yeah.
little bit about yourself. Tell me a little bit about
Oh
how
God,
we
yeah.
ended up here talking. You see what Abby's doing? Tell me how you got here as an expert to talk about project
Oh
management,
God.
whatever it
Oh,
is.
no. Here, I'm gonna help with this because so much. Yes, this has been going on with me all week long. So, okay. So let the interviewer run the interview. So don't come in and give a 20-minute soliloquy. Is that a good word?
I like that word. I know what it
Okay.
is. This time I do. You use big words sometimes. I don't even know
No, I
what.
never use big words. That's why I'm asking, is that the right word?
Like a
Soliloquy?
dissertation about your
You
life.
can use that one.
Dissertation. Yes, please don't do that because I have questions that I want to ask you. And if you
Hmm.
do that, you take up all the time, so I can't ask my questions. It drives me crazy. Crazy. And when I say, why are you sitting here? Why are you interested in this job? Just answer that question. That should be like a 2-sentence answer. I'm interested in
Hmm.
this job
Doesn't have to
because
be all that long. Yeah.
I like growing flowers, and that's what your company does. Done.
Yeah, that's
Ah,
it. Answer the question and move on. Don't word, what do they call, word salad or word vomit for a
yes.
half an hour on one question that
Ah,
doesn't say that much or
yes. Yes.
highlights you the best.
Yes. So just answer the question and shut up. That's what I teach my students.
We're blunt
I don't
people.
really have students, but
I have
like,
pulled this question, and
Hmm.
guys, do not be the one that's sitting there looking like a bird on a wire when I ask you this question. I have heard hiring managers, and I stole it from them. What does my company do? What's the big thing that my
oh,
company
that's
does?
good.
Oh, wow.
A lot of people interview, oh, I want this job, and hadn't don't even know what to come on now.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That's different.
I feel bad asking because I feel like at least half the people won't know the answer. What does your
Wow.
That's
company
sad.
do? Wow.
That's sad.
I know. What does my
Wow.
Talk
company
about
do?
this. I want to talk about this wonderful skill set that I've had half of my career, and I don't know what your company does. Mez,
Mhm.
really?
Yeah. I'm guilty of that actually, just to throw some beans out there. I'm guilty of that. And the company hired me at the company I'm currently with.
Oh my God, they shouldn't have. No, I'm kidding.
But Foster, like this was divine intervention the way I got my job. I am
Hmm.
definitely the exception. I'm not the rule. I had no clue what my company did when I first interviewed. I tried to get out of the interview. How many times? And they kept interviewing me back, taking me back.
Well,
So,
as a matter of fact, I think I remember some of that.
yep.
Guys, Mez has a passion. Honestly, when you sit and you talk to Mez, there is a passion. You know she's a smart person. How you gonna be a biochemical engineer and you're not smart? But she has a passion that kind of captivates you, and that company was captivated with that passion.
Hmm. They were, and
Mhm.
they are, to give them credit, they are a very niche industry. So
Yeah,
not a lot of people, even looking at their website, it's very difficult to specifically outline what they do. But if you're applying to Raytheon or you're applying to Lockheed Martin and you don't know what they're doing, you know, that's not.
you got to have an idea. A lot of those people are nerds. I've spent half of my time
Yes.
in aerospace. Guys, you talking about nerds now? Hey, you got to be ready
Hmm.
for a nerd, and you know
Oh,
that's very true.
I have a do. I know we've been talking about a lot of don'ts, but I do have a do.
Dude, throw me a do.
Do do network with employed people. Do network with employed people, not just job seekers, employment. Do the meetup group thing. Foster, you told me, I love this story where you would go to the F1, you were hiring for
Uh huh.
something and you went to the F1 group meetings
That's
and
Formula
talked to
One, guys. That's racing. That's
Formula
car
One.
racing.
Yes, it's
Hmm.
really cool. But yeah, I'm like, that's brilliant. Do volunteer work. This is the perfect time of year to do volunteer work. So even if you don't have a job, one, you feel better about yourself, you're helping other people, and you're still networking. And
Yes.
giving back, because you reap what you sow, and that goes both ways, not just with bad things but with good things. So if you need a job or you want this particular position, give back to somebody that's in need, and it will come back to you tenfold. So
Hmm.
everybody keeps forgetting that. This time of year not so much, but it's really easy to kind of wallow in self-pity and talk to
Yeah.
other job seekers
Yeah.
that are wallowing in self-pity. Talk to employed people. Talk
Beer weeping.
to talk to it doesn't even have to be job related. Just go to, if you like sewing, go to a sewing group. Go to my daughter writes songs. She does a Rubik's cube, right? She like the speed of Rubik's cube thing. I don't know where she got that from, because I can barely. Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway, but go to one of those types of meetings, not just job search. It gets your mind off of it. It you talk normal conversation. You get back centered. You get back centered. It's a relief, and then you never know who you're talking to, right? Like I could be talking in a sewing group, and all of a sudden I'm sitting next to the hiring manager of a company that I happen to be applying for, or I'm
Yeah.
talking to the director or a recruiter. You just never know, because people are still people. You're not defined by your job ever. You are defined by what Christ has done for you.
The person they
You're
made you.
bought.
Yep.
Exactly. You're bought and owned by Christ. So
Abby, we have. I'm sorry, am I cutting you
go
off?
ahead. No, no, I'm ranting. Go ahead.
Abby, we have a few minutes left, and I want you.
Mm.
'Cause we got a lot of job seekers that are listening to us right now, all over the world, and tell them about Staffing Symphony and what it is and how it got started and all that stuff. What's so cool
So,
about Staffing Symphony?
Staffing Symphony is the name of my company. I started it in 2006, and it's done different things. So one of the things that it's like the umbrella over me when I do contract recruiting. But what it also does is there's a website, staffingsymphony.com, and when you go there, it will it we post jobs from other headhunters. So I'm not doing headhunting, but my friends, like foster type people, are doing
Mhm.
headhunting, and they all put all their jobs on the site, and you can apply to them. And these are jobs that are in the hidden job market. So these are not on Monster and on LinkedIn. These are
Yep.
special new
Oh,
jobs, and you can go apply for them and potentially find yourself a job.
That's right.
nice. I did
Yeah,
not know that.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
Hmm.
also Foster has his website,
Yes.
searchforyou.com.
Same
Oh, it
thing
just says
for Search for You. Different thing, same thing, same basic thing. Because Abby and I, our calling in life is to help you job seekers land the right thing. So you
mm-hmm.
go to search SEARCH, the number four, the letter U, INC. I'm always talking about this big old network. You can cut us in half, and we're probably the biggest job seeker network in the United
We
States.
are.
We
We
are.
have to be. Yeah.
And guys, when we make that special relationship, as Mez and I like to get close to the screen when we say, um, a lot of those people like Abby say, Foster, hey, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that. And Abby knows how big the network is. She helped me build it.
Mm-hmm.
So we share things there on Search for You. You will see, you won't see every once in a while, you'll see an apply online. You are going to see the very email of the person that is responsible for hiring for that job. And that is one thing that I like, because at that point, myself, Maz, or Abby will have that relationship right there. And we can tell you about the person that's hiring, we can tell you about the company, all this kind of stuff.
The names of their
Partially,
kids.
yeah, help you get prepared to talk to that person, if you, especially if you're a good fit. Now, Abby and I
Mm.
like to endorse people that are a good fit. Abby and I don't always tell you guys what you want to hear. When you don't have a job, I know you need a job, but I don't need all this abstract stuff as to why you're applying for this job. I want you to
Mm-hmm.
tell me your experience in the things that that job posting is talking about. You will find a lot of these on Staffing Symphony, guys.
We're about to be hearing some music soon. I think we covered up everything
We've
of
done
the
a good job.
don'ts.
I'm glad I didn't forget to tell Abney to tell us about Staffing Symphony.
Yes, no, I didn't even know about that. That's a good call.
Abby, is there somewhere we can go to get on the career wake-up calls?
Yeah, it's right. I just put it out. Someone put it up. It's careerwakeupcalls.com. And we're having one on the 28th at 8 p.m. Eastern. So join us.
Perfect.
Yes.
There's
All
the
right,
music.
perfect timing.
Merry Christmas. We'll see
Merry
you guys
Christmas.
Merry
after
Christmas.
Christmas. We'll see you guys.
Bye, guys. Be blessed.
Let's be honest. Wheelchairs are heavy, bulky, and ugly. If you carry a wheelchair in your car to take care of a loved one, you know how hard it is getting that clunky, old-style wheelchair